Welcome back arcade fans, Tony here with another video, and this week I'm going to be playing Green Beret. This was requested by Robert Amin WG4PU. So if there is a particular game you'd like to see me play, put something in the comments and I'll add it to my list. Now Green Beret was also known in the arcades as Rush and Attack. It's a game I never ever saw in the arcade, so obviously never played it. I'm not very good at it, it's not one of my favourite games, but it is actually quite a good game. So let's give Green Beret a go. Okay, so as I said, I never ever saw this game in the arcades, but I remember having it on my trusty ZX Spectrum. I quite enjoyed the game and often thought to myself, oh, I'm sure the arcade game will be much better than this version. But quite surprisingly, I think the ZX Spectrum actually held up pretty well. It was a really good conversion. Now I look back at it and I've played both games. It is a really good game. So for now, let's get playing the arcade version of Green Beret. So I can only get a copy of the Rush and Attack cabinet. Pretty bog standard, basic cabinet, nothing special to look at. I don't know if there were any other cabinet types made. And again, in the comments, let me know which game name you prefer. Do you prefer Green Beret or do you prefer Rush and Attack? Now, as far as I'm aware, this game doesn't have continues, so obviously I can only play it on 1 credit. So let's put it in. So we do get a free life at 50,000 points and then 100,000 points. As you can see, I've never got that far. As I say, I'm not particularly good at the game. Now, the one thing I don't like about the game is that you actually have to push up on the joystick to jump. So one thing I really don't like, because sometimes I find myself jumping when I don't want to jump. So you've got 2 buttons. One is to stab. And the other button, when you get your weapon, which is here, you can also fire it. But you need to use it sparingly because you've only got 3 as it shows at the bottom of the screen. And obviously you can collect more as the game goes on. Right, so I've got 1 shot left. I'm not going to collect it yet. I'm going to use it to come down the bottom here and destroy the guy on a little cannon, and then I can go and pick up the weapon. So I've now got another 3 shots. Now I don't know the best way of playing this game. I'm sure there are better ways of playing this game than I am going to show you now. So of course, if you've got any tips for me, let me know in the comments and maybe I can see if I can get better at the game. So this first stage is relatively easy. Of course, the opposition only need to touch you in order for you to die. It is the slightest touch and you will die. I do sometimes find the controls are a bit sluggish and I try and turn around to stab a guy and it just doesn't happen. So we are approaching the end of this first level. Now the end of the first level is generally pretty easy. So this van comes out, guys jump out the back of it, I pretend to stand here, just stab them until the green guy comes along. And then just take him out with the firepower I've got. Same again. Green guy, fire, level done. So not too difficult. Right, on to stage 2. This is where it does start getting a lot more difficult, and I've only recently just worked out how to get past stage 2. Prior to that, never beaten it. So I do want to make a video look as good as possible. I don't want it to be absolutely awful where I physically cannot play the game. So I did have a little bit of practice on this one, just to try and get that little bit further, just to bring the best video gameplay that I possibly could. Not that I'm any good at it, of course, as you'll probably be able to see if you are good at this game. So with this particular weapon, you actually get 4 shots. Now it's those green guys that come across the bottom that I find very difficult, and you do need to use your jump to get those. I almost lost a life there. I was so close to losing a life. Now I'm going to use, hopefully going to use this weapon. The guy's going to drop down on a parachute in a moment. There he is. Right, taking him out. Two shots left. Another parachute guy coming. So we'll try and use. I'm going to get some more shots now. Taking him out. So a green guy is going to walk across the bottom of the screen in a second, so I've got to be really careful. There he is, but I'll take him out with my firepower. Now something else I've just discovered on this game, which I didn't know about, is there is actually a timer. There is a stage timer. So I didn't know this, and then lo and behold, I've run out of time without even knowing it. Now I suspect I am going to be running out of time, so you do need to be quick. So you can't see the timer, it's just there. You could do with really displaying the timer so that you know how long you've got to go. Right, so we're approaching the end. This is a bit I've only just worked out how to do. It's not actually that difficult unless you run out of time, of course. So you're going to get dogs coming at you. From the left, you want to stand up and just keep stabbing. From the right, you want to lay down. So I'm getting the hurry up, so I am running out of time. I will probably run out of time now. But I have no idea how much time I've actually got. Oh, there we go, time over. So you just don't know how long you've actually got. It's the only silly thing, really. So it's going to take me a little way back now. Let's get away from the green guy, because we are back at the end of the level. So hopefully now I won't run out of time. But it would be good if you could just see how much time you've got, just to give you some sort of indication. Here we go. So stand up from the left, lay down from the right. Stand up from the left, lay down from the right. It does alternate, they just get quicker. That was lucky, it almost didn't turn. That was where it wasn't going to respond to my actions. This should hopefully be the last one. And yes, it is. Okay, so I've never now got past this next level, because I've only just learned how to get past stage 2. This is a lot harder, we've got a lot more cannons going on this one. And the weapon on this level seems to be a grenade. So first of all, we can just take him out by stabbing him. Let's see if I can get the weapon. This guy should come down, hopefully. There it is. So I've now got grenades. Right, so we've taken him out with a grenade. And let's take that mine out with a grenade. So I've only got one grenade left. Oh, I forgot it's the guy, it's the green guy. And he jumps, so I need to jump back at him. I forget it every single time. Here he is. Managed to get him. There we go. That's how we do him. Come on, is he going to come down? I want the grenades. Yes. So we've got the grenades. And we can take him out. There's bound to be a green guy coming. Take him out. Duck. Ah! So again, it didn't turn. I was probably a bit slow there, but sometimes I do try and turn and it just doesn't happen. So it is the slightest touch and you're dead. Oh, there he is again. Oh my goodness, yeah, that was the green guy. I failed to do the green guy. I've learned you do need to jump to get him, but I just didn't have time to react there. So yeah, didn't do quite as well as I'd hoped. But hey, as I say, I'm not too good at the game, as you can see. So if you've got tips for me, let me know in the comments. Okay, so that was Green Beret, or also known as Rush and Attack. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.